Welcome to Grace on Fire, supporting one another in bravely creating with wild abandon that which sets our hearts on fire. And we are so blessed and so privileged to have an amazing woman as our special guest to highlight today. And her name is Anna Zumwalt. She is a Zen Priest and a hypnotherapist. I have known Anna for many years now, over 10 years. We were just kind of figuring it out. It was a very synchronistic meeting between the two of us. I was up teaching yoga at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, and you were doing sitting once a week?
Guys, probably, yeah.
Maybe even more. And our paths intersected. We knew we had known each other for lifetimes. We had felt an instant connection, an instant friendship, and an instant heart and love connection. And I started going to your Zen sitting, and you started coming to my yoga classes, and you'd even bring your kids, and we started a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
And I would love for you to share. I know you've been continuing to doing sitting because I have been to some, so I would love for you to just share what's been going on with you in your life.
Well, first of all, this is a huge highlight, being able to reconnect with you and to be able to be here and having been able to sit in with the previous guest. And I just want to continue on that conversation too, because that was amazing. So this is very synchronistic to be on your show and to be merging talents with you at this time, with what I'm doing and with what you're doing. So let's see, what have I been doing since taking your yoga class?
I know you've been busy.
Yes. So I was leading meditation groups, Zen groups, and I still do. We have our Sunday sitting at Dancing Cranes, which happens every Sunday that they're open, 10 till about 11:30, and it's, there seemed like there's more and more, and I'm so grateful. There weren't a lot of meditation groups when I first started, and then they became more and more. But when I started that group, it felt like there were different meditation groups and different spiritual traditions, and there didn't seem to be many other than private groups of friends that were very non-denominational. And I thought, okay, so this is what we're going to do here. We're going to invite dogs and chickens if they want to come, and even kids, and we have toys, and people can just come. And it also is come and go. If somebody opens their eyes and discovers that they need to run out and take a break or whatever and come back, which rarely happens, that they could do that. If people show up late, they can come in, which often happens. Often, I close my eyes and I open them, and there's more people sitting with us than when I close my eyes. So that's been continuing. And then another thing that you don't know that I've been doing is working hard to bring meditation into the classroom for kids.
Nice.
And and that started by, I thought, okay, on a wild hair, I thought, I'm going to do continuing ed classes in the evenings, and I'll offer them for adults, but maybe it would also be fun to offer them to parents with their kids, and they could bring their kids in. For this class, this was, little babies, and that was a little chaotic. But then I thought, well, I'll do another one, and it'll be for kids. And the fascinating thing was that people showed up for that. I didn't know if anyone would show up, but a lot of kids showed up. And the ages were like 6, 7, and 8 were the average age of the kids that showed up. And sometimes there'd be, some brothers or sisters younger, sometimes a little older. But what floored me, because then I had this idea, well, the parents just want the kids to do this. So I went around asking, everybody in the class, why are you here? And I was floored that these kids, as young as 6, are saying that they're stressed. Why are you stressed at that age? What is there to be stressed about?
Right.
And they're stressed because they said, the pressures of basically of being good, of being good at school, of living up to everybody's expectations. Actually, I don't think I've ever said that before, but it's like I'm piecing it together now, telling you that that's what it was, because they did say verbatim, I'm trying to be so good at school, at home, with my little brother and sister, with my older brother and sister, and that brings up a lot of stress for them. So we did our little classes, and then I formed an organization called Clear Wheel to bring those techniques, just stress reduction techniques, to classes. And then a couple of years ago, a teacher who had seen a presentation I did at the UEA conference got a hold of me and said, well, I'm down in Cedar City or St. George, do you have any resources online? So, I have these great ideas, and it takes me a while to actually get them to a point where I can put them out, being a little bit of a perfectionist. So I put an online website called clearwheel.org that has, resources that teachers can use and kids can use. Anyway, and now that's kind of spilling over into law enforcement. So that's a whole other story. But anyway, so that's one thing I'm doing. And then another thing that I've been doing is, being more and more active. You called me a Zen priest, and I'm like a priest without a congregation. I mean, I have my little Zen group, but we're not even Zen. I mean, people just come and sit and do what, some people pray, some people do Tai Chi, some people do Zen, but people do whatever they do quietly for half an hour, and it's really, really beautiful. And then we share about it afterwards, so we learn a lot. So I don't really consider myself a Zen priest in that role, but having gone through, 25 years, or however many years that I went through Zen training here and in Europe and in Japan, and having the robes and having the credentials, I feel like I really want to keep doing something in that, in the capacity that having that title allows me to do. So being a Zen priest allows me to marry people, and I've been doing that quite a bit over the years, and I've got a wedding coming up this weekend, and that is a beautiful way to connect with people and to meet a huge number of new people, and to talk with them. And we talked about how being in this planet right now, we're surrounded with people that kind of travel through our incarnations and reincarnations with us. So I feel like meeting all these people through classes and through doing weddings and other things, is a chance to actually meet them at least once. I don't know if I'll ever meet them again, but often I do. Our paths get to cross. And then joining other priests of rabbis and Baptist priests, every denomination in Salt Lake Valley, who are affirming of equality. So we get together, not all of us, but there's like one large group, it seems, of progressive clergy, we call ourselves, I think. And there's some people in that group that we do things with MLK events, on January 15th, or January, every year. There's another group that we do Pride events, every year. And that was my stepping stone into it. And this year I got to be in charge of the rainbow flag. So please come and hold the rainbow flag banner with us, because it's a big, big deal, and it's such a heart-opening experience. And through working with the priests after Ferguson, several of us started started a conversation with Sheriff Winder. So that's what got me into working with law enforcement, and that led to working with them, and then further with the FBI here in Salt Lake City. So it's really opened a lot of wonderful doors for me. But yeah, I kind of consider myself a Ronin. I'm going to make a new Zen designation, Ronin, which, I have my teachers, but I'm kind of off on my own and doing good wherever I can see the opportunity to step up. So that's another thing I'm doing.
And you are doing tremendous good in the community. And I mean, you've had an intense, immense, profound training through the Zen practice.
Yes.
And you have, you're taking that, and look, you're in the schools, you're in the community, you're sitting meditation, which I've been to, and
even though I wasn't there.
But I've been to so many there. I remember the porch out in the backyard of the house, and I've been to, but the one that I went to the last time, several months ago, it was so packed that, there was a lot of people. You have gained a great following, Anna, and rightfully so. What you're doing in the community and what you offer, you are a leader. You are a very prominent spiritual leader in our community, really stretching out into many different ways, that now into law enforcement. And I know you had a class last week, and I couldn't make that class. You want to talk about your classes?
Oh yeah, I would. I'd also, I get a little uncomfortable when you or anybody says that I'm a leader, especially a spiritual leader. I think I view myself more as an enabler, like to support people on their journeys. But anyway, so practicing meditation and Zen is it's very calming, it's very peaceful, and it can, it's something that's very private. Even if you're with a group, you do it within yourself, and it's fascinating. And with your last guest, who I absolutely loved, Diana Fawn, you both were talking about, what were you talking about? I just got a little
Gratitude?
sidetracked. You were I could go off on that.
Oh, the ups and downs, fear, we talked about a little bit of everything.
You have editing capabilities on this. Or not. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, it had to do with the subconscious mind.
Oh.
And dipping down into your subconscious mind. And so meditation allows you access to your subconscious mind. But I've also been very fascinated in hypnosis and hypnotherapy.
Yes.
Because that's also...
I wanted to know about what got you into hypnosis and hypnotherapy.
That's a kind of, now that you have the doors open and you get, via practice, you get adept at doing meditation, there's also more things you can, it's like entering a house or a room or finding a new forest, and then you can go exploring and actually build things. And after you've cleaned it up with your meditation, you can actually start building things and doing some interesting fishing in the waters of the streams. And so that got me interested in hypnotherapy, and so I've since studied and been certified as a hypnotherapist, and doing that and hypnosis, having a lot of fun with it. Last week we did celebrity hypnosis, which was so much fun, which combined the hypnotherapy aspect of working on something very personal with the element of having a lot of fun. So instead of having people cluck like a chicken or sing like Elvis Presley, they were able to embody who their favorite celebrity was and identify what traits they enjoy the most and absorb them. So it was a lot of fun. So we're going to do that again too, coming up. And then other classes. But if you don't mind, can I talk about something that I'm very excited about?
Please, Anna, talk about what you're excited about.
Am I taking up all the air in that?
No, this is fascinating.
Okay.
You've got, what, we would probably need several hours to really just
We could do it another time.
touch you, but I want to hear what you're excited about right now.
I'm very excited because I've been working with women doing hypnotherapy.
Nice.
And I've also, in the news a lot lately, is the fact that women after, it could be 50, it could be 40. In Hollywood, I hear that you're a wash-up after 25. So you hit a certain age, and then all of a sudden, it's like the rug is pulled out from under you, socially, or it can feel that way. For some people, maybe not everybody, but sometimes it seems that our confidence goes down at a certain point. It's like the game has kind of changed.
Yeah.
So I and my partner have developed a program that, because, you know, working one-on-one with people in the chair is very linear, but we've developed a program that's online that women can tap into to reignite their self-confidence and feel, again, more empowered, but at a different stage of their life. So that's something that I'm very, very excited about.
Yeah, and how would people get access to this online course? Because I know all of your work is so fabulous, and people have great breakthroughs. And how would they, maybe you want to tell a little bit more about it and let people know how they could get online and get access to that program, that class.
Well, that class is available through bellalura.com.
Is that your website?
Well, my website is annazumwalt.com.
Okay.
But that has links to that.
Okay.
But Bella Laura, with 2 L's on
Okay.
both parts, describes the course.
Oh,
So if anyone's interested.
fabulous.
Thank you for asking.
Well, we all need that, especially as women. I mean, that is something that women struggle with constantly. And you're right, new things come up as we age and we change. And to have someone with your depth of experience and your depth of experience with people and your training to help people through that time and to really empower women and empower their confidence, I'm sure you could really reach out and help so many people through that program.
Some guys are a little mad. They're saying, well, we need one too, but we're not working on that just yet. So this is, yes, it's very targeted, based on experience with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
so
fabulous.
exciting.
And is this how long a class is this? Is on?
Oh, there's different modules, so you
Okay.
can take it and do it, you know, each one for as long as you want.
Oh wow. Okay.
Up to 6 months, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm so glad that you're offering that to the
Thank you.
community, to the world, and hopefully people who are viewing will go to your website. Bella.
I love it.
Let's spell it out. Bella.
It's BELLUR. I can't spell. BELLALLURA.com.
.com.
Yeah.
Please go check that out.
Or come to the
Yes.
Sunday sitting.
Or come to the
you're
Sunday
not doing
sitting,
anything
Dancing Cranes, 10 a.m.
Shameless plug. Okay.
on Sundays.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And be in your presence, meditating in your presence. The energy is always amazing. I remember just the the very first meditation I sat with you. It was and I think you hold a space.
Oh, I think we all do. You know,
Yeah.
we all do together. It's like an orchestra. When, well, there's this phenomenon of resonance, and if anyone here plays a stringed instrument, I know there's a couple of guitar players in here. No?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Well, we all have stringed instruments here,
Yes.
right? And when I was a kid, my sisters and I would sing. We were in chorus and would go very close together, and then would sing a note. And if we both were on key, like something really weird happened. It was like we were playing each other's vocal cords. So it was incredibly fun. And then plus you start hearing it, like the acoustics become very odd. It's like 360. So if you have like a close friend or sister that you want to do that with, it's incredible. We can do it after. It was incredible. But the same thing happens when you're with people, with their attitude. And just like, you know, when people are angry together, they kind of build that up, right? They support that and build it up. When people are happy together, it elevates. And in meditation, because this is like just spontaneous, because she's bringing it out of me. But when you're together and you're just settling or being open or whatever, however you think of it, something else incredible happens where it's like you can just feel it, and it supports, and it, whatever you're tapping into, whatever spiritual, so it's all of us. Anyway, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you in being the catalyst to open up this meditation every Sunday to the public, and to hold that crystalline energy, that purity that you hold.
Until the dogs bark. I can start practicing with their words. But yeah, thank you.
But no, and you have such an open space about you by saying, yeah, someone does Tai Chi, that's okay. Bring your dogs, bring your chickens. So there is that vibrational space that you hold for that group, and I've felt it, I've experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone that is out there that is looking for a fantastic meditation, 10 a.m. on Sundays at the Dancing Cranes with Anna Zumwalt, and check out your website and your program, and come to get to know more about this amazing, extraordinary woman who has had years and years of study and practice, and it's knowing you and being your friend. You emanate and embody that years of study and practice, and I'm just honored to know you and love you, Anna.
Feeling is mutual.
And,
Feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
Are we
Thank
over
you.
time? Can I give a plug? I just want to say that what you're doing is because you're doing this on YouTube now, and on your radio show, you're actually, it just occurs to me, you're doing it for the whole world, which is phenomenal. I'm so happy.
Well, thank you. Well, I know so many extraordinary people like you,
Yes.
and you are an extraordinary woman. And if there's people out there that don't know about you, hopefully they can find you through this or for whatever mean, and you will bless their life abundantly. So thank you, Anna, so much for taking the time and being here, and everyone here in the audience. Let's give Anna Zumwalt a warm and amazing applause for her.